A lot of SUVs score well in reviews, look safe on paper, and still end up annoying the hell out of you once real miles and real repairs show up. In 2026, the gap between highly rated and actually reliable to live with is wider than most buyers realize. This is Scott from CarlandTV, and today I'm breaking down 7 SUVs that consistently avoid regret, real-world reliable picks that hold up long after the new car smell is gone. But first, do me a quick favor. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. It ain't required, but those clicks keep this thing rolling and make it easier for me to keep dropping solid car content straight to your screen. Now let's get back into it. Do a 406 Toyota, a 4Runner. A 2026 4Runner makes sense when the goal is simple. Rack up years of miles, deal with weather, dirt, towing, and still not become a shop regular. Reliability outlooks for 2026 put it in the standout tier, and the design philosophy lines up. This thing is built around a tough SUV formula, not a delicate crossover pretending. Drivetrain choices are straightforward. The 2.4-liter turbo I-Force is rated up to 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet. The I-Force Max Hybrid steps up to 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet. That 465 pound-feet is the number I care about because it reduces strain when you load it up or climb grades. Turbo rules still apply though. Solid oil, sane intervals, and no full-throttle cold starts. Do that, and these powertrains tend to behave. Ownership economics are part of the reliability story. Average annual repair and maintenance cost tracks around $514, and resale is strong, about 60% retained value after 5 years in award modeling. Reliability scoring also lands around 4 out of 5, which is strong for this segment. That is why people keep buying them even when the sticker makes them wince. The main annoyance to flag is electronics. Some units have had a problem where the 12.3-inch instrument panel display can be blank at startup, usually handled with a programming update or meter replacement. Handle that by VIN, and it's easy to pivot into the smaller, more efficient SUVs on this list that keep the same low-regret vibe. 2026 Lexus NX. The Lexus NX is my daily reliability with a pulse pick because it's compact enough to live with and still built around hardware that's been beaten up in the real world. For 2026, the sweet spot stays the NX 350 hours. And I say that because the hybrid system is doing most of the hard work without asking the engine to live at a big boost all day. NX 350 hours runs a 2.5-liter Atkinson Cycle 4 with motor generators for a combined 240 horsepower. All-wheel drive versions use a rear electric motor instead of a drive shaft, so the back wheels get torque when needed without adding a bunch of spinning parts under the floor. Fuel economy is the payoff, about 39 miles per gallon combined with all-wheel drive, and the new front-wheel drive hybrid setup is about 40 miles per gallon combined. That means fewer fuel stops, less heat soak from constant hard running, and generally less wear for the same miles. Speed is fine too, around low 7 seconds to 60 for all-wheel drive, so it doesn't feel like a penalty box. Reliability scoring for the 2026 NX sits around 85 out of 100 on a quality and reliability metric, which lines up with what I see in the ownership pattern. The big-ticket mechanical failures are rare, and most complaints on newer vehicles are tech-related. The main thing I'd watch is the backup camera behavior, because some vehicles across the Toyota and Lexus family have had camera image freeze or blank issues that get handled with a software update. Annoying, yeah, but it's not a transmission rebuild. Once the NX locks in the compact, efficient, low-regret lane, it's easy to scale that same idea up to the RX for people who want more room without giving up the dependable vibe. 2026 Lexus RX. RX is the default answer Lexus SUV for a reason. When someone tells me they want a luxury SUV that will eat miles without turning into a subscription service for repairs, this is the one that keeps landing on the table. A reliability scorecard puts the 2026 RX at about 82 out of 100 for quality and reliability, and average repair and maintenance cost modeling sits around $550 a year. For a luxury midsize SUV loaded with sensors and screens, that's pretty damn reasonable. 2 powertrains matter here. RX 350 uses a 2.4-liter Turbo 4 rated at 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet with an 8-speed automatic. That low-end torque makes it feel relaxed in daily driving, which is good for longevity because it is not constantly hunting gears or revving like it's mad at you. RX 350 hours is the calmer long-haul pick, built around a 2.5-liter Atkinson Cycle 4 with a hybrid system rated at 246 total horsepower. The hybrid battery chemistry Lexus uses here leans toward long-cycle durability, and the eCVT-style hybrid drive means fewer traditional shifting events and usually less heat and wear in stop-and-go. The problems people actually see are usually modern car nonsense. Some RX units fall into the instrument panel display issue where the cluster can go blank at startup, typically fixed with programming or a meter-related replacement. Backup camera image freezing or going blank is another issue that tends to be handled by software updates. Annoying, sure, but it beats shopping for a transmission. 2026. Honda CR-V Hybrid. CR-V Hybrid is the one I point to when somebody wants an SUV that just works, and they do not want to babysit a turbo or gamble on first-year tech. The current setup is Honda's 2-liter Atkinson Cycle 4 paired to a 2-motor hybrid system. Most of the time, it's the electric traction motor doing the driving, and the gas engine is either generating power or coupling in at higher speeds. Total output is around 204 horsepower, and the torque you actually feel comes from the electric motor, so it jumps off the line clean without revving itself into a panic. Fuel economy is the whole reason you buy it. Depending on trim and whether you're running all-wheel drive, it lives in the high 30 seconds to about 40 miles per gallon combined in real EPA terms, which is nuts for a roomy compact SUV. That efficiency also means less heat and stress over time, especially in stop-and-go traffic. On the "how much is this thing going to annoy my wallet" side, the average annual repair and maintenance costs sit around $407, and the reliability scoring lands around 83 out of 100. That's why it keeps showing up in low-regret conversations. 2 watch-outs, because nothing is perfect. One is a fuel leak condition that showed up in recall paperwork for certain units, and the other is the sticky steering situation that's been discussed across multiple Honda models. Both are the kind of problems you handle by running the VIN and getting the dealer fix, not the kind that usually turns into an engine-out nightmare. 2026 Toyota RAV4. A 2026 RAV4 purchase starts with one boring truth. There isn't a pure gas version anymore. Toyota goes all electrified for the lineup, so every RAV4 you're shopping is either a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. If a dealer pitch says, base 2.5 gas, that's old info. My reliability angle on the RAV4 comes down to how Toyota splits the work between the engine and the electric side. The regular hybrid is rated at 226 horsepower in front-wheel drive form and 236 horsepower with all-wheel drive. And that all-wheel drive setup uses an electric motor on the rear axle instead of a drive shaft. Less hardware spinning under the car usually means fewer things to wear out, and the system can feed torque rearward fast when the fronts slip. Efficiency is part of the durability math. Toyota's rating goes up to 44 miles per gallon combined on the front-wheel drive hybrid, and that usually means the powertrain spends a lot of time in low-stress operating zones. In traffic, electric drive handles a ton of launching and creeping, which cuts repeated high-load heat on the gas engine. Money-wise, average repair and maintenance costs around $429 a year, which is why these SUVs stack miles in the real world. The stuff to watch is mostly electronic annoyances like instrument cluster display complaints and backup camera image issues that get handled with updates. Boring fixes, but I'll take boring over quirky every day. That sets the stage for the bigger Highlander hybrid crowd hauler logic. 2026 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. 3-row SUVs usually earn their bad reputation the honest way: weight, heat, and people using them like moving trucks. Highlander Hybrid dodges a lot of that because the drivetrain isn't constantly straining to move the mass. On a quality and reliability scorecard, the 2026 Highlander Hybrid sits around 82 out of 100, and average repair and maintenance modeling runs about $489 a year, which is pretty damn respectable for a family hauler that's going to see school lines, road trips, and Costco abuse. The mechanical setup is the same kind of Toyota did this a million times formula. You've got a 2.5-liter Atkinson Cycle 4, working with electric motor generators through a planetary gearset-style hybrid transaxle. No stepped gears, no gear hunting, and the electric side handles a lot of the low-speed torque, so the gas engine isn't living at high load every time you leave a stoplight. That usually means lower thermal stress over the long run, and you feel it in how calm it drives when it's packed out. All-wheel drive is the smart, simple kind. Instead of a drive shaft running to the back, there's an electric rear motor that kicks in when traction or demand calls for it. Less rotating hardware, fewer joints and seals to babysit. Fuel economy is also a big part of why these age well, because the hybrid system saves the engine from doing non-stop grunt work in city driving. Annoyances are mostly modern electronics stuff, like instrument cluster display complaints and backup camera image issues that get handled through updates or component swaps. That's annoying, sure, but it's not the kind of failure that strands you. After talking 3 rows, dropping back down into a smaller hybrid commuter starts sounding really nice. 2006 und 20 Lexus UX 300 Stunde. City miles are where a lot of reliable SUVs get exposed, because stop-and-go traffic, short trips, and potholes turn every week into a stress test. The Lexus UX 300 hours is built for that grind, and it lands on low-regret lists because the drivetrain is proven hybrid hardware instead of a turbo setup that needs perfect owner behavior. For 2026, the UX 300 hours uses a 2-liter 4 paired with a 5th-generation Lexus hybrid system for 196 total system horsepower. The hybrid transaxle is an eCVT planetary design, so there are no traditional shift events, such as wearing clutches or hunting gears. Front-wheel drive is rated around 43 miles per gallon combined, while all-wheel drive is about 41 miles per gallon combined, and all-wheel drive happens through a rear electric motor rather than a drive shaft. That cuts rotating parts and gives instant rear torque when traction is sketchy. Long-term wear is where this setup wins. Regen braking does a chunk of slowing, so pads and rotors often last longer in city duty. The battery is lithium-ion on this model, and the calibration prioritizes smooth launches and efficient engine load, meaning the gas engine is not constantly revving up and down like it's mad at traffic. The only thing I treat like a check is electronics drama, backup camera image glitches and occasional display oddities that usually get fixed with software updates. Scheduling an update beats paying for a mechanical surprise. If the goal is premium, compact, and honestly boringly dependable, this is the move.